Hi everyone. Today we discuss about introduction to wireless communication. Now what is wireless communication? Wireless communication is the transfer of information between two or more points without the use of an electrical conductor, optical fiber or other continuous guided medium for the transfer. So wireless communication is the faster growing and most important technologies area in the field communication. The most common wireless technologies use radio waves. The most common wireless technology use radio waves. Why the wireless is used? The first one is the running cables not always possible. Second, low footprint. Third, rapid configuration. And fourth, low cost. In the present day, wireless communication technology refers to a variety of wireless communication devices and technologies ranging from smartphones to computers, tabs, laptops, Bluetooth technology, printers, etc. Now we discuss what's the difference between wireless communication and wireless communication. In wired communication, the communication takes place over a more and less stable medium like copper wires or optical fibers. The properties of the medium are well defined and time invariant. But in wireless communication, due to the user mobility as well as multipath propagation, the transmission medium varies strongly with the time. And second point, increasing the transmission capacity can be achieved by using a different frequency on an existing cable and by stringing new cables. In wireless communication, increasing the transmit capacity must be achieved by more sophisticated transceiver concepts and smaller cell sizes as the amount of available spectrum is limited. In wired communication, the range over which communication can be performed without repeater stations is mostly limited by attenuation by the medium. In wireless communication, the range that can be covered is limited both by the transmission medium and by the requirements of spectral frequency. In wired communication, interference and crosstalk from other users either do not happen or the properties of the interference are stationary. In wireless communication, interference and crosstalk from other users are inherent in the principle of cellular communications. Due to the mobility of the users, they also are time variant. The jumping and interception of dedicated links with wired transmission is almost impossible without constant by the network operator. In wireless communication, jumping is a wireless link is straightforward unless special measures are taken. Interception of the on-air signal is possible. Encryption is therefore necessary to prevent unauthorized use of the information. The mobile radio transmission takes may be classified as simplex, half duplex and full duplex. Now what is simplex system? The simplex system is the simplex system utilizes simplex channels that the communication is unidirectional. The first user can communicate with the second user, however the second user cannot communicate with the first user. For example, pager. And half duplex system. The half duplex system use the radio channels allow for non-simultaneous bidirectional communication. That means the first user can communicate with the second user, but the second user can communicate with the first user only after the first user has finished his conversation. At a time, the user can only transmit or receive the information. Example, this is a walkie-talkie. Full duplex system. Full duplex systems allow two-way simultaneously communication. Both the users can communicate to each other simultaneously. Example, the mobile phone. So this is an application of basic radio transmission techniques. Basic radio transmission technique. Now we see the list of definition of terms used to describe the elements of wireless communication system. So that's a base station. The base station is a fixed station in a mobile radio system used for radio communication with mobile stations. And control channel used for the transmission for call setup, call request, call initiation and other beacon or control purposes. Forward control means radio channel used for transmission of information from the base station to the mobile. full duplex system is the communication system which allows the simultaneously two-way communication. Usually two different channels are used. One is the FDD and TDD. Half duplex system means the communication system which allows two-way communication by using the same radio channel for both transmission and reception. At any given time, the user can only either transmit or receive the information. Next, what is the handoff? The process of transferring a mobile station from one channel or base station to other. So, the mobile station means a station in the cellular radio service intended for use while in the motion at unspecified location. Mobile switching center. The switching center which coordinates the routing of calls in a large service area. The mobile switching center is also called a mobile telephone switching office. And the reverse channel, the radio channel used for transmission of information from the mobile to base station. Now the transceiver, the device capable of simultaneously transmitting and receiving radio signals. Now the subscriber, a user who pays the subscription charges for using a mobile communication system. Simplex system, the communication system which provide only one-way communication. So now we discuss modern wireless communication systems. The first generation wireless networks, second generation cellular networks, third generation wireless networks, fourth generation wireless networks. So discuss one by one. 1G wireless networks. So the first generation of mobile network was developed in Japan by Nippon Telephone and Telegraph Company in Tokyo during 1979. So this system used analog signals and voice only. The most popular 1G system during 1980s, AMBS, NMDS, TACS and EDACS. And advanced AMPS is advanced mobile phone system, and Nordic mobile phone system, total access communication system, European total access communication system. So now what are the features of first generation system? Frequency 800 MHz to 800 MHz and 900 MHz. The bandwidth is 10 MHz. The technology is used to analog switching, and modulation used to frequency modulation. The mode of service is voice only. Access technique is frequency division multiple access. And next, the disadvantage of 1G system. The poor voice quality due to interference, poor battery life, large sized mobile phones, less security, limited number of users and cell coverage. Roaming was not possible between similar systems. So next we discuss second generation 2G cellular networks. So unlike the first generation cellular systems that are used in the FDMA and analog FM, now the second generation cellular standard used digital modulation, TDMA and CDMA, multiple access techniques used for transmission. The most popular 2G standard include 3 TDMA standards and 1 CDMA standard. So let's see one by one. So global system mobile, which supports 8 time slotted users for each 200 kHz radio channel. It is widely used in the cellular and PCS bands by service providers in Europe, Asia, Australia, South America and some parts of the US. And second, Ethereum standard I-36, IS-136, also known as North American Digital Cellular or US Digital Cellular, which supports 3 time slotted user for each 30 kHz radio channel. The popular choice for carriers in North America, South America and Australia. And specific digital cellular, a Japanese TDMA standard that is similar to the IS-136. And next, the popular 2G interim standard 95 code division multiple access, also known as CDMA1, which supports up to 64 users that are orthogonally coded and simultaneously transmitted on each 1.25 MHz channel. And now see what are the features of 2G system. The first one, digital system. SMS service is possible, roaming is possible, enhanced security, encrypted voice transmission, first internet at lower data rate. And now see what are the disadvantages of 2G system. It is a low data rate, limited mobility, less features on mobile devices, limited numbers of users and hardware capability. And now see the third generation wireless networks. The third generation mobile communication started with the introduction of UMTS, Universal Mobile Terrestrial Telecommunication System. UMTS has the data rate of 384 kilobits per second, and it supports video calling for the first time on mobile devices. And the evaluation 3G for 2G CDMA system leads to CDMA 2000. Several variants of CDMA 2000s are currently being developed, but they are all are based on the fundamentals of IS-95 and IS-95P technologies. And the evaluation 3G evaluation for GSM I-136, IS-136 and PDC systems leads to wideband CDMA, also called Universal Mobile Telecommunication Service. The WCDMA is based on the network fundamentals of GSM as well as the merged version of GSM and IS-136 through the EDGE. The access information through broadband integrated service, digital network and PSTN also. And the features of 3G system: higher data rate, video calling, enhanced security, more numbers of users and coverage, mobile app support, multimedia message support, location tracking and maps, better web browsing, TV streaming, high quality 3D games, global roaming facility to the users and network, enables a person of communication with anyone at any time at any place. So now we discuss the 4G wireless system. The 4G is described as magic, that means mobile multimedia, anytime, anywhere, global mobility support, integrated wireless solution and customized personal service. All services including voice services can be transmitted over IP packets. Each generation of wireless cellular technology has introduced increased bandwidth speeds and network capacity. The 4G users get speeds of up to 100 megabits per second for high-end mobility devices and 1 gigabits per second for low mobility devices, while 3G only promised a peak speed of 14 megabits per second. The application of areas in 4G technology: advanced mobile web access, IP telephony, high resolution, high speed gaming services, streamed multimedia and data, high definition mobile TV, video conferencing, 3D television. The features of 4G is high usability, anytime, anywhere and with any technology, supported for multimedia services at low transmission cost, personalization integrated. So there is a difference between 2G, 3G, 4G and 5G. So the 1G is the summaries of the modern wireless communication. The first generation is a basic voice service and analog based protocols. 2G generation designed for voice, improved coverage and capacity, first digital standard, that says GSM and CDMA. Third generation wireless communication, third generation cellular networks designed for